All right. We're live. What is up, Bait fam? I'm actually a little bit early. I said on Deebo's fishing stream that I'd stream at 8:30. I'm not really doing the stream previews because for some reason that's really jacking up my YouTube. So I think the lighting's pretty decent tonight. Vintage 2016 Triton Owners Tournament shirt here. Yeah, I finished 4th place in that deal. So this means a lot to me. And like the hat says, I was a really good net man in that event. So anyways, thanks again for joining me tonight. It's supposed to storm big time within the next hour and a half, 2 hours. So we'll see if we can ride it out tonight. It's just me and the kids. The kids are entertaining themselves on the YouTubes. Sometimes they even watch me, so that's pretty cool. But I want to give a shout out to the wife. She chopped the beard up really nice and tidy tonight. She even gave me a haircut, so it doesn't look so bad. It's definitely fading away. But what we're going to do tonight is we're probably going to go onto the Bassmaster website, and they just put out an article about ICast. So preview of ICast rods, reels, tackle. And I'm going to tell you if we need to pump it or dump it. So not going to do trash or pass because that's Oklahoma's worst angler thing. I really like his series, but definitely think we need to talk about it. ICast to be up here in a couple weeks. I'm not going. So hey, what's up, big girl?
Good.
Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? All right. Neely's out here. She's been playing with makeup today, haven't you? Do you think you could paint some baits for us?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your favorite color, Neely?
Purple.
Purple? Why is purple your favorite color?
Because
why?
Look, there's purple right there.
Yeah, it's a purple. That's a purple bait. I got lots of purple baits, don't I? Yeah? Your hair smells good.
Yeah, I took a bath last night.
You took a bath last night? You going to take another bath tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah? You don't want to stink, do you?
Yeah.
Your hair's gotten so long.
Yeah.
You got anything to say to the people?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you want to tell them?
Oh, I think Barbies.
You want to tell them about Barbies?
I've been playing with Barbies.
You've been playing with Barbies? Well, the people here like to talk about baits. Do you like baits? Yeah? What's your favorite bait?
Purple.
Purple baits? You're definitely my daughter. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go back inside, okay? You're going to go back inside, all right?
Okay.
All right, I love you.
Right.
All right, Bait Girl has spoken. She likes all the purple baits. So if we find any purple baits, we'll have to. She's growing like a weed. Bass and Panda, thanks for joining in, man. Yes, I have lost. If you'll go back to some of the old streams when I was at the tackle store, probably the last one I did there, I weighed around 220 pounds. And to be honest with y'all, I've just quit eating a bunch of crap food. I don't eat out a whole lot. Also, I do a lot more manual labor working. I'm down to like 173 pounds. And, you know, I run a little bit every now and then. I don't lift weights anymore, but I'm probably going to get back into the gym. But, you know, I don't have like hanging skin or none of that. But it was kind of a challenge for me. I never got up that high in my life. I'd always been about 170 to 185 and lift it all. But yeah, so if I could just cut out Mountain Dew. Matter of fact, tonight I just got some straight up lemonade here. I love lemonade. It's really, really good, and not a lot of carbs in it or anything. So I'll answer a few questions. I got some 6 cent stuff I got to talk about tonight because a lot really quick before we get way involved in this ICast thing. So, but I answer a few questions real quick. Hunter Nixon, did you catch Randy Blockett video he uploaded a few days ago about the love of bass fishing killing the sport? To be honest, I did not. I'm really confused because Randy will upload 3 or 4 times, or he'll post like in today's video like 3 times in one day. And I'm thinking, you're uploading like 4 videos a day, so or something. I'm just confused, but I did not catch it. And then, speaking of videos, my last one, somebody posted it on Bass Boat Central, which I don't frequent there very often anymore. I kind of lurk, which is fine. Anytime you guys want to post anything from this channel, wherever, I really don't care. And I had a couple guys basically say, well, he's a YouTuber, he doesn't know anything, and that's fine, you know. And like I said, I was just addressing a rumor I heard, and it come from some good sources, and I'm not going to reveal my sources because, man, I'm pretty connected and I like to stay connected, but I wouldn't ever talk about anything if, you know, I felt it was just absolutely untrue. Now, saying that, I haven't heard much else, and you know, the guy that said he doesn't know anything, he has one post on Bass Boat Central. Well, once I got my other account, I think it was pretty funny. But anyway, shout out to Bass Boat Central. Been a long time since I posted on there. But Bass Boat Universe will have a website within the next month. It's going to be awesome. So, man, actually my fantasy team, minus Scott Martin, has done really, really well. So I actually picked Gussie, which I think he made the top 20, something like that. Picked Dustin DeMarion and Luke Palmer. Shout out to Matt Pangrak talking about Luke Palmer. He's very, very consistent. He's not going to make many top 10s, but dude, he's always inside that top 30. So when in doubt, go grab you Luke Palmer. And then who else? I had Jake Whitaker. For some reason, I've always thought Whitaker does really good in those northern events. He's not a guy that I feel like is a threat to win, but he's going to get you a top 50, and he did that. And freaking Scott Martin, man. I picked Scott and because he's won at Champlain before in the past. And he just freaking turded it up, man. I don't know. Maybe he threw too many live target baits, or maybe they weren't on the Bandito bug. I don't know what's going on. But Scott definitely dropped the ball. Other than that, I feel like I had a really solid event, and you know, DeMarion definitely has a chance to win. You know, I used to watch MMA all the time back in the day, and probably in the last 3 or 4 years, I've really gotten out of it. When I started watching MMA, you had to rent the VHS at the Blockbuster or whatever, and then I kept watching. You know, The Ultimate Fighter was huge, but I'd been watching some of the UFCs prior to that. You know, I was always a Frank Shamrock fan. I really think Frank set the tone for, if you don't have cardio, you ain't shit. And when he beat Tito, it was pretty awesome. I also liked Vitor Belfort back in the day. The TRT Vitor was a machine, but, you know, when you get off the juice. But always a Rampage Jackson fan. I started watching Pride, man. I loved Rampage Jackson. Unfortunately, he just fights for a paycheck. But anyway, yes, Matt Robertson, my homie Matt, he actually finished like a second in this same event. And we actually, it's kind of where we started becoming really good friends after that term. Because, quick Matt Robertson's story, me and my partner at the time, we're always pretty secretive, didn't want people to know where we fish. We saw Matt in his tournament partner multiple times in his Triton Owners tournament around the same stuff, and never one time did we see Matt come fish the same areas. I know he saw us catch fish, we saw Matt catch fish, never had the issue, and you know what, we never saw anybody come back, and we talked to Matt and all that, and it was just, you know, you got to respect on the water, and there's also respect off the water. I'd never tell people where I saw Matt and his partner fishing, and he's never said anything as far as I know about me and Jeff. And he's a great dude, man. And he caught some big smallmouth. You know, it would have been real easy to slide over there knowing where a dude's catching fish. And we didn't do it. He didn't do it to us. And I think that's how it works out, you know, sometimes. So, yes, so Bassett... we got some. I would actually like to see Lee Livesey win again. I think it would be awesome for him to hold a blue trophy on a lake that's smallmouth and largemouth. He's a really easy dude to like. I like his style of fishing. He doesn't seem to take everything too serious. He's a good guy. He's running a ballistic boat, which is really cool. You know, obviously he's a Sink guy, and I'm going to pull for that. But I like Lee. He's done a podcast with me, and I think we'll be able to get Lee here after some tournaments after the end of the season. I think we'll get Lee here on Baitman Live. Probably won't be an issue, and we can talk some big baits because Lee is a big bait dude. So, anyway, So let's, I'm going to hop over to the 6 Cents website really quick. Get that pulled up. And show y'all something new. So, alright. Whoop. Here we are. Here we are. Alright. So the ESP series fishing rods are back in stock from 6 Cents. They're super popular. They come out late fall last year, maybe summer. And there was only like 2 models. Well, they were so popular that they got some new models. It's very sleek looking rod, almost has some JDM vibes. I use mine really, I have a 7.3 heavy, and it's a utility rod for me. But you can see all the guides and nice stuff. Well, here's all the new models. You got a 610 medium. That'll be an awesome jerkbait rod. Probably can even use it for some small flat side crankbaits. 611 medium heavy. 7.2 medium heavy and a 7.3 heavy, and these are moderate fast. I have the 7.3 heavy moderate fast. Again, it's utility. I've even thrown some bladed jigs, spinner baits on it. If you're wanting bottom contact, I'd go with the 7.3 extra heavy or the 7.7 heavy. 7.5 medium heavy fast. That would be a really good like big worm rod. I like a little lighter rod. Some guys like really stout worm rods, but 7.5 medium heavy, it's a good bottom contact with some bigger stuff, and even you could throw some hollow belly swim baits on it, buzz baits, big spinner baits, open water stuff. And then you got a 7.9 medium moderate, which is a good crankbait rod. That's, I'd probably use anything from a Cloud 10 and up, or 5XD all the way to an 8XD. 10s going to have to get me more of a medium heavy for that, but price point's really good. They're $174.99. Use my code Baitman, you get you 10% off, so that takes $17 off that. And again, I haven't had any issue, but they got some new stuff here on the site too. Look at here. I always just go straight up to new arrivals. Got some new hats. Got clothing back in stock. I'm gonna have to order some of this. Got you Vega Frog shirts, blue and white. I wish they'd make some orange and white hats, but dude, this American Fisher hat right here, oh man, that sucker looks clean. Wear a hole buzzards, Captain Ron's hats back in. Got some other nice hats. These sold out so quickly, these spoons, I didn't get to have a chance. They got the Carolina rig pre-rigs too, but they actually have a youth hat now. Let's see, what else was it? Boat Flips Only t-shirt back in stock, and the Netman t-shirt is now in stock. So never seen this one. This is the Vega Bullfrog hat. There's a Netman hat. It's a foam hat. It's in stock. And then yeah, the gray hat I'm wearing right now, Netman. A lot of guys been asking. It is back in stock as well. Lots of apparel. Now flip it over here and pull up. So anyway, got to put that in there. I've had a lot of people asking, but here's my ESP rod here, and this is like I said, it was a 7.3 moderate fast, and I've actually got a Bass Tricks, old school Bass Tricks tied on to it. I like the way it loads up. You can fish these hollow belly swim baits. Not scared on that. It's only 3/8 of an ounce, so it's really not that heavy. But again, I got that 6 cents rod cover on there. Love that ESP rod. Really like the handle. A lot of guys asked if it's sticky. It's really not sticky. It's really smooth. So you can feel good bottom contact with this as well. And what I like when I'm throwing this hollow belly swim bait, I actually feel the tail on this. This is the old Bass Tricks, and man, it's got some teeth marks on it. This sucker's been eaten up just a little bit. So. Speaking of Bass Tricks, if you'll log on to Tackle Warehouse, you can now buy Bass Tricks back on Tackle Warehouse, the new version, and they're really, really good, by the way. So I will link that in the bio. I'll link a couple colors. I love hitch number 1. That's like my favorite. We don't have hitch here on Kentucky Lake, but they buy it. Blue Gizzard is actually a color I helped design with Bruce, the original owner, years ago. So Bass Tricks is out there and whatnot. So do me a favor, make sure you smash the like button, share the video. I'm not sure if YouTube will notify everybody. It's been really weird lately. What's up, Scott? It's very kind of a JDM look. And, you know, I've got that paired with the, this is just a regular Tutula 100. And dude, that Tutula 100 for the price is really, really good. You can see it holds a lot of line, but man, it casts really far. And that one actually came out of ICast a few years back. But what's up, Darius? What's up, Barry MC? Go Vols, buddy. So I'm ready for some college football. Thanks, John. I feel a couple years younger. You know, it's amazing how much weight loss will affect you mentally, too. You know, I get out of the shower and be like, man, I look like a blob. Now I'm like, man, I feel good. So, Yak and Bass, I think so, man. They've got some exclusive colors on the Bass Tricks website as well that Tackle Warehouse doesn't have that are really, really good. They actually have a really good carp color. But I think it's like a golden shiner, man. So I'll order some. I have not ordered anything from TW. I haven't really ordered any tackle in a long time. The stuff y'all saw me unbox the other night, I've had for like a month. Now I've got some individual baits and, you know, the do it mold stuff and whatnot. So, matter of fact, why don't we do a giveaway tonight? So here's what I want you to do. If you're with me on the stream, this is that 6 cents pack of hooks. Man, I really like this pack of hooks. We're going to give this away to winner of the stream. You're going to get basically some jugular hooks, flipping hooks, all that stuff. It's in this little pack. So after we do our ICast thing, leave a comment with the ICast bait you're most excited or least excited for. And I'll do a randomizer draw. We got to give away some barking spiders too, so I'll put that together this week. So after we talk ICast, you know, tomorrow, whenever, sometime before next Saturday, leave a comment on the video what you're pumped for ICast. Get you eligible to win this pack. 6 cents hook pack. That's a $50 value. So, you know, I'll ship it off. It won't cost me jack to ship it. So, thanks, guys. Y'all see how good my wife has been looking lately. James Barrett, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I actually think it's. I actually think they're owners, but they won't tell me. So, what's up, Walton? Walton Doyle. I actually love Walton's Bonafide kayak setup. He's been posting. He's got that motor guide trolling motor on there. Walton, he may end up putting a dent in my wallet because I really want to get a setup like that. I'm dying to go fishing more. Speaking of too, I've had a couple people say they've been trying to order some Waterland sunglasses, and these are the Haskets, man. I like these quite a bit. I feel like the Terminator in them. At least what I wore in Texas the whole time, but they changed my discount code. It used to be Baitman10, but it's just straight up Baitman. So, and 15% off now on Waterland. That's apparel, sunglasses, anything. Make good Christmas gifts. Go ahead and get ahead of the curve. They got some new frames out. So, Billy knows, yes, they have a swim bait, a glide bait. They've got 3 swim baits coming out. And I'm sure you can get on Milliken Fishing's video and you can check out the glide. I have the regular swim bait that's coming out. I've shown it multiple times. And then they got a soft bait that I'm not allowed. They said don't put that on social media anymore. So, anyway, we are going to go over the ICast stuff. And I'm going to stop. I need to share this on Facebook real quick. What's up to my great friend, brother of boy, Dick Duckett is in the house. One of my favorite follows on Instagram. If you like parody, you like to have some laughs about fishing, Dick Duckett is a great follow. Again, he is the long lost brother of Boyd. He knows all the new copies that Boyd is going to be coming out with. That would actually be a good idea. What bait will Boyd be copying now? So yes, I have seen the Berkeley Gilly. We'll get into that, James. There's actually a different company in Japan that that makes something very, very similar. It's not depths. It's not a bull flat. I'm trying to find my daggone video on YouTube. Here we are. Got 104 guys in there. We good? Yeah, man. I think for the price point, Chris, it's going to be really, really good. Nothing's going to replace a bull shad, man. Mike's a great guy. Talked to him quite a bit today. He's dropping his new website. I helped work out on it, try to help him with some other things on it. It's going to make it a lot more user friendly for everybody if you want a bull shad. And burrito baits, I think there'll be a drop probably coming tomorrow night somewhere. So hold on just a second. I could barely talk and type at the same time. Matter of fact, I think there's several Berkeley copies coming out at ICast. So, Pavilon 23X Gaming, cool name. What's my favorite trailer for a jig? Man, I'll be honest with you. The OG in me, I love a pack crawl. Pack crawl on football jigs is really, really good. I love the stroker crawl from 6 cents. I use that quite a bit as well. But if you just put me on an island, said you only get one trailer for a jig, it's going to be a pack crawl. A baby pack crawl to be specific. So I do like the pack slim because it's very solid as well. But sometimes the bass don't want that hard action you'll get in a pack crawl or like a rage crawl. And that's where like a double tail grub sometimes, or the stroker crawl is a little bit better, or maybe even go with something like a zoom, just a salty pro chunk, or just the small salty chunk that really doesn't do nothing. And a lot of times you got to test them out. Small beavers are a really good jig trailer when those bass don't want a lot of action. Hey Baitman, you're getting Berkeley bucktooth beavers? No, I do not. My buddy Sam over at Narrowgate Baits actually makes a beaver rat, and it's really good. It's really cool. I have to get on Instagram to see it, and but I have seen those Berkeley beavers. They're pretty cool. Dude, there's a lot of people excited about the power bait jig. People love jigs, man. They just hoard them up. I hoard them up, fish them all the time. That's the thing about a jig. You can fish it anywhere in the country and you can get a bite. Why is no one talking about the line through from 316 top up? Probably because it's an old bait, Jesse. That bait's been out for almost a decade now. And it's a really, really good bait. And sometimes really, really good baits don't get talked about. And that's kind of the thing about the swim bait world. Unfortunately, and they're probably going to hate me for this, there's a lot of baits out there that are nothing more than hype. Certain baits and manufacturers get a lot of hype from the community where some don't. And I feel like in general, soft plastic swim baits are looked down on in the swim bait, universe, underground or whatever. Now, like the burrito baits, man, they're like top tier. That's what everybody hypes up. They're great baits, man. Gal's an amazing bait maker, so I'm not taking anything away from them. I think they're worth your purchase. But, you talk about a Bastrix, people are like, oh, it's a Bastrix. Or you talk about 316, they're like, oh, no. They're like, it ain't a swim bait unless it's, hard. And I disagree with that. Unless it's a HUD. People worship HUDs, but I like HUDs. What's up, Carve? Go Big Orange, buddy. If anybody's got a Jackal bow stick, please let me know. My man Carve hit me up on Twitter. He's looking for one. So if anybody has an extra Jackal bow stick, please let me know. That is correct, Matthew. Burrito's been around for a long time, and the guys that know. And now it's like they've taken the burrito baits and used it as like an alt form of swim bait currency. You buy all these burritos and you trade them around for hard baits. Most guys really aren't even fishing them. The guys that are like fishing the burrito baits, you don't see them trying to do like trades for all this other stuff. So, Who makes the custom line through Brent was throwing last year? I don't know. I don't know which one. Oh, that's a RW Hallman glide. I'd love to get one. That's an amazing glide. Very limited amounts of those. So. Matt, not yet, but I could see that in the future. So, all right, let's get into ICast. We might roast some folks tonight. Hopefully, the guys from Bass Boat Central aren't too butthurt at me. I like most of the guys over there, so just can't do. The reason I quit posting them, I just cannot do the politics. Just cannot do it. It's like every thread. It's. Yeah, dude. Texas has turned into the smallest masher. So let me change this over to scene 2 here. All right, look at it. Now we got a small bait, man, and we got a bait up here. So the first bait we're going to look at is the 13 fishing Jabberjaw Deep. Here's the description. The Jabberjaw Deep is the newest addition to 13 Fishing's deep water lineup of crankbaits. The chatterbill is rigged inside the full metal jaws, which resonate as it banks from side to side. No need to upgrade the hooks. Yeah, it's got VMC black nickel hooks, so there's definitely a need to upgrade the hooks because VMC trebles are pretty much garbage. 2, I'm not so sure how deep it's really going to go with the axis-like bill, because we know that wasn't their original idea. They say it was, but it's just kind of funny how the Jabberjaw came out almost a year later, right before the Axis debuted, and they threw a bunch of shade at 6 cents. But I'm going to put this one on pass. I just don't feel like with the bill having that movement like that, it's really going to dive that deep. You might get 8 foot. Maybe that's what they consider deep. I don't know. Definitely not sure about. I don't like VMC treble hooks. I think you're better off with mustads or owners. Just my opinion. I've got to shut this door before a giant freaking beetle comes in here. Again. No beetles. We don't need attack. We don't need another beetle attack. So, my thoughts on the deep Jabberjaw, I'm going to say negative. I think you're most likely to have a lot of blowing out. Guys are going to fish it way too fast. I think the Jabberjaw and the Axis, they're both better on slow, steady retrieve. Guys that like to burn them always complain that they blow out. So, let's see. We also got Fluke Master in the stream up here. You know, he's got his own banner with Bonafide Kayaks. One day, I will be big time like that. I wish I had 400,000 subscribers, but you know what? I'll take my little 17,000 subscribers. So here's obviously a hot new bait, the Berkeley Stunner. This is a good picture of it. So I see a little bit of MEGABASS in this. See a lot of Berkeley. This is their high-end jerkbait. They had the Berkeley Cutter, which is a decent jerkbait. But the Stunner here, let's see if we can blow this picture up. Yeah, we can. Obviously, Hank Cherry has used it to win the Bassmaster Classic. There's 2 versions coming. The 112 dives 3 to 6 foot. The 112 plus 1 goes 6 to 10. 14 fish catching approved colors. So definitely Berkeley went high end. They tried to make themselves a high end JDM like jerkbait. I kind of like that color, by the way. That gold is a classic Kentucky Lake Tennessee River color. Hank used it to win a Bassmaster Classic. I don't think I can say anything negative on it. He also used a swim jig. I would definitely try this bait out. I would definitely try the new Berkeley Stunner. I think Ben Nowak and Rudd have used it enough that I kind of trust them. Yes, they are sponsored by Berkeley, all that, but you know, in private messaging, Ben basically telling me, man, it's a really good bait. You know, no joke. So I think they need a color called Stone Cold or the 316 to go with the Berkeley Stunner. I would just buy it for that. Yes, and I like, great point, Bob. I love having 3 hooks on a jerkbait. That's a great question, Sean. They cannot even. So this is a question. Sean says, Berkeley can't even make flatworms or keep them in stock. How are they going to add more max scent in the stunner? It's a great question, man. And I don't know the answer to that. Again, it just goes back to I really wish these companies, to be eligible at ICast, your new baits are out there, should be able to ship them within 30 days to dealers, to the public. Because, man, the worst thing is people getting hyped up on products, and then they got to wait 6 months, and usually 13 fishing, it takes a year for them to get rods and reels going. So by the time dealers have made orders, all of a sudden it's time for the next ICast. And you're really recycling products that people aren't excited for. Those trebles are EWG shaped. That's one thing. That's a great thing, Troy. I'm going to say that's a Berkeley Fusion hook. We'll look on the description. I'm sure to tell me. Berkeley Fusion 19 EWG trebles. And they will have 2 versions. One that runs 3 to 6 and a +1, obviously, since you got to, kind of going through MEGABASS. Creek and Trail Chronicles hooked and subscribed. Thank you so much, Creek and Trail Chronicles. Yeah, I remember that too, Retro Bass. And I'm sure you read some of them old Bassmaster articles too, where if you're having a really tough time getting a jerkbait down deep, Carolina rig a floating Rogue. And I know guys who've done that and have caught them really good. Yep, I would believe you, Matt. 100%. Let's see. Yes, toxic baits, man. I need to get that. I think it's wise to not release stuff unless it's ready to sell. I do agree with you there. I think Strike King does a really good job of getting a lot of stuff ready. And actually, Berkeley's not too bad. But so you got a company like 6 Cents, and what they're doing is they're going to release a bunch of stuff in July, so it's ready to go. People are hyped up new baits, and they're going to just say, "Hey, we're not going to ICast. We're just going to bring you the baits," which is cool too. So, what's up, Evolution Angler Bass? And we are live, man. Bill, I actually knew somebody that had a bunch of those jerk baits, and unfortunately they passed away. I don't know what happened to all their tackle though. All right, let's go on down here. Berkeley Chapo, HD patterns. I like the Chapo, good bait. If you like the color patterns, I think it'll be fine. It says it's going to be available in September, so you're not going to have to wait. Here's the new patterns: HD Baby Bass, HD Blueback Herring, Bluegill, Golden Shiner, Rainbow Trout, and Threadfin Shad. Personally, I'm probably, if I was going to buy one, I'd probably get the Baby Bass. I really don't think it matters, to be honest with you. A black, white, or transparent color is really all you need in a Whopper, Plopper, or Chapo. HD colors coming in Fritz Side, so I'd love to be able to see more of the colors. But for this video, that's a really good, I'm going to say that's just a Threadfin Shad. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan of the HD colors. I like the old school balsa colors, but I'm not going to give this a thumbs down. I'm actually probably going to give it a thumbs up. Some guys really like the bait wrap style paint jobs and whatnot. The Fritz Side's a really good crankbait. So if anything, you're getting a new colors, HD colors, and a really great crankbait from Berkeley. They're going to be $9.99. Available September. We will see. We will see. The Berkeley Square Bull, just add new colors. Been around forever. Black chartreuse, blue shad, firetail green, ghost morning dawn, ghost red craw, green shad. Gonna be honest with you guys. Not a big fan of the square bull. It's not a bad bait. I'm probably gonna dump this one. No sense of putting out new colors in the bait to me that I'm not going to pick this square bull up over a KVD 1.5 or 6 cents or even some other more expensive baits. Kind of feel like this is to satisfy dicks and places like that that have a more public that's not more general fishermen. So let's look at some questions here. The new Berkeley soft bait bluegill that's coming out ICast is a complete ripoff of the yes. The problem is, I'm going to tell you right now, I could be totally wrong. I know some of the bait designers over at Berkeley. They don't even know about that bait in JDM. They barely know about stuff in America. Berkeley doesn't hire a lot of fishermen. They hire people that have college degrees and scientists. Most of those guys have no clue about that bait in Japan, unless somebody on a pro staff or somewhere from Berkeley just said, this is what you got to have. And I think it's really cool. But, you know, Lunker Hunt had something very similar to that last year. Thomas, I think it's a decent square bill. I could put 10 other square bills above it. I don't like the long shank hooks on a square bill. I think you got to go short stack. Yeah, so what happened is a lot of dealers got mad, Sean. Like, you could buy pre-order max scent off their website instead of going to the dealers. So. Just won a Corrado DC 150. Any rod you recommend for jigs? Depends on what kind. Flipping, pitching, or casting. Dude, I love a Dobbins 744. That's my favorite jig rod ever. I like the 6 cents ESP rod. That 7.3 extra heavy would be a great jig rod as well. If you got the money, man, get you up there. Get you a Loomis NRX Plus. But lots of good options for jig fishing. I'll go over that in another stream. But I would look at anything 7.2 to 7.4, medium heavy to heavy. Man, you give me $250, I'm probably gonna buy a 744 Champion Dobbins. That's one of my favorite jig rods. I don't own one. Yeah, but it was Mike Ike that made it, and he knows about JDM tackle. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal, man. Japanese people, they copy American stuff too. So I know that for a fact. When my buddy Ben Parker come out with the Magnum spoon, it wasn't like 2 weeks to multiple companies in Japan were knocking off the Magnum spoon and calling it their own. So it happens over there. It just doesn't get, people just are afraid to call out the Japanese bait makers and say, hey, you knock off American stuff too. So, and it is what it is. Completely different market as well. You're talking about a bait that's very small niche amount of people know about versus a mass market bait. Not saying it's good or it's right, but it's definitely U.S. map of people, they'll never know about a bait over in Japan. But I also think, and we'll find that bait here in just a minute, I'm sure, in the soft baits. And I'll talk about it when we get there. So let's go on down here. Berkeley Cane Walker, new size. Great bait. They're $8.99. It's really good bait. I'd pump this one. Cane Walker in a 110 size. I kind of like that. A little bit smaller. Yeah, kind of like the smaller shallow blow. I like that in a small shower blow. Rich made a really good point, and I'm going to say this too. Personally, when you're coming up to ICast and you've got I like seeing new baits. It does nothing for me when you say, oh, we got a new size or new color. Big deal. You should be coming out with new colors and new sizes throughout the year anyway. To hype your stuff up and say, hey, we got 6 colors. Okay, big deal. Love Strike King to death, but they are the worst that say, man, we're so excited this year. We got another size Rage Crawl. And I'm like, dude, I drive to Orlando for you to just be like, hey, man, we got a peanut butter and jelly Rage Crawl now. Cool, man. You should have done that a long time ago. And I'm just saying Strike King. I'm just making an example. I'm not saying that they always do that, but they do. And now the trend is, hey, we got this new Strike King bait. We put a knocker inside of it. And I'm like, dude, that's innovative. I hope my buddy Crispin's watching. I love you, Crispin. You're a great dude. But let's put a knocker, let's add some new colors doesn't really excite me. Now, saying that, sometimes they add some new colors and whatnot that I'm like, whoa, that's cool, man. I like how you're doing it there. Pretty much. Yeah, if you see a new plastic from Strike King in 2 years at ICast, they'll have something else. Let's see. But I do like the smaller cane walker. I just don't know, and I'm not being negative. I love that Strike King will have multiple sizes and new colors and all that. But I don't know if that's worthy of touting a booth at ICast for. You know what I mean? So, that's, and since this is an ICast show, companies want to know how to spend money. I can tell you right now, I would do my stuff digitally. Why would you spend, because 13 Fishing is probably going to spend about $100 on a booth, and they're all going to wear short inseam shirts or shorts and button ups and advertise, well, we got free beer every night, come over here. And then, but when you make an order, it'll be a year before you get our stuff. Why would you spend that much money on a booth and all that to not have product available? All right, end of that rant. So, all right, let's keep going on the hard baits here. The Big Bite Bait Skipping Toad Buzz. Gonna be honest, I can reach back here and stick a frog on any one of my buzz baits and make it a skipping toad buzz bait. I'm gonna pass on this. If you got a buzz bait you really, really like, I think you're better off making your own out of it. The Hedden Super Spook Boyo. So we got a smaller Super Spook Junior, basically only 2 hooks. Looks like it's not going to be like the regular Super Spook Junior that's smaller. It's going to be wider and fat. This is basically an old Norman bait. What is the name of that old Norman bait? God dang, somebody sent me one. Don G, you sent me one. What's the name of it? What is the name of this Norman bait? Ooh, I do like wattle baits. What's up? Hook sets are free. But I'm a spook guy. I'm going to buy about any topwater out there. I'm really a sucker for them. But that looks like the old Norman. It's only about this long. It's got that different shape. God dang it. Why can't I think of the name of this thing? Head knocker? Yeah. That's it. The Norman head knocker. I think. Yeah, I'd chunk this. I think this is going to be bigger and thicker than a Super Spook. It says the Super Spook Boyo is its brainchild of several requests of a smaller Super Spook Junior and a heavier Zara puppy. So 3 inches long. Okay, so it's going to be about that long and 3/8 ounce. All right, so it's actually going to be smaller than a Super Spook Junior. Okay, I got you. I got myself confused. But it's kind of got that old Norman look to it. All right. Now, here you go for you high-end guys. Oh, Deebo's fishing with the $20 make you holler aye. Deebo, I appreciate it, man. You know, next time you stream, I'll slide that back to you so you can get you some more baits on Tackle Warehouse. Deebo had a cool stream tonight. He went over the best sellers at Tackle Warehouse, and he was basically pumping or dumping. We're going to go ICast. That's a really cool idea, Deebo. I like that. Definitely different. I thought about that myself. But thank you again also for the shout out to bringing your people over here. I've gained so many new subscribers, and we're just trying to talk tackle, man. YouTube just rerouted me here from Deebo. It's nice to have me figure out. That's awesome, Philip. Webb Collins, what's up, man? I haven't seen that name in a long time. Dude used to be a great customer, great guy. If Hedden wants to create a stir, bring back the Zell Rolling Spook with 3 trails. That's what I'm talking about, Webb. We need that Zell Rolling big super spook. Guy gets it. And I'll be honest, man, I think Pradco, dude, bring back the old colors, bring back some of the old baits, make limited runs. I know they're trying to do like this Pradco paint shop and they do 300. Dude, axe that program. Just bring back the old Build Ants Flat A colors, bring back the Build Ants Fat A's. You know, if you can't get some of those pros to put their name on it, just put Jason Christie on there. We'll buy it. Bring back that Ozark Shad. Bring back that old Table Rock color. All right. So this is the new MEGABASS LXL Shad TX. Okay, MEGABASS, I like your baits. Let's just make the name really simple, because in the retail, when someone comes in, they're gonna go, man, you got that new MEGABASS, you know, it's kind of like a shad something. You're like, I don't know, and then they have to get on their phone and they still can't figure it out. Come up with a decent name. You know, we like all the other stuff. All right, so this is a collab bait between MEGABASS and Amakatsu. Amakatsu makes awesome stuff. It's a new depth ranges 13-foot diver. I'm going to have a college degree to read this. It has an exceptional aerodynamics and hydrodynamics powered by patented MEGABASS LBO moving balancer technology. That's the linear bearing or whatever they call it. It's basically, LBO is weight transfer. It's a suspending 2¼ inch shad. So basically a $20 mini shad wrap. I don't know. I don't like spending $20 on baits I know I'm going to hang up. But MEGABASS makes good stuff. Kind of cool that they collaborated with Amakatsu. So this is a cool deal. Like, Amakatsu could have said, we'll just knock you off, MEGABASS. Or MEGABASS knock you off. But they collaborated. I think those companies work pretty close together. There's one thing I'll say about JDM. There's a lot of crossover where companies work with each other to make something cool. Where they're over here, they're like, oh, hell no, I ain't going to work with you. We'll just, you know, knock you off. Matthew, obviously the JDM guy, he says the shallow one smashes fish. I'm going to take it the big one will. That's definitely a cool bait. I'm going to pump it. I like MEGABASS. There's some of their baits are not for me. I cannot catch one on a Pop Max. This is the MEGABASS. Next one is the MEGABASS Super Z3. The baits, it says it's available fall 2021. I know they got 2 other versions of the Z3. This has kind of got some wigglewort-like vibes to me. Kind of like that. Rapala DTs. The DT8, man, now. You guys that are DT6 fans, DT10 fans, need something in between, I am buying the DT8. Now, I understand that a lot of guys don't like the DTs because they break. You cannot smack them on the water. But I like that 8. It's a size that a lot of guys really want. Something in between the 6 and the 10. I'm buying the DT8 as long as they got the good colors. That citrus shad is really, really good looking. Holy smokes, $12.99. $12.99. What kind of balsa is it made out of? You can buy a DT. Hell, I got one right here. Here's a DT Fat 3. This is in retail in Western Kentucky, $7.99. There's no way you're telling me a DT8 costs $12.99? That's ridiculous. Either somebody made an error or the price of balsa is higher than giraffe's ass right now. Dude, for $12.99, I'd just go pay a balsa maker $20. I'll go buy some Jimmy Eaters. So that's great bait. I want to buy them. But $12.99, I can't afford to be hanging them up very much. Yeah, man, I always never try to stream over Deebo. It's not a respect thing. I just watch. I mean, it is a respect thing, but also I love watching Deebo, so I want to watch as long as I can, but I don't want to. I've streamed at 9 and 10 o'clock, and you know, sometimes me and Eric would go to midnight. But I try to do my streams so I can watch Deebo, and Deebo's welcome to come on here anytime. But I'd like to figure out why the $12.99 price on the DT8. Because looky here, we're gonna get a OG Tiny 4. I like this. The OG Slim's a pretty big flat side. Let's if I can access that real quick. No, I can't because my box is way down here. But the Slim 4, I'm excited for. If you didn't buy any OG Slims last year or this spring, you should have. I do recommend changing the hooks. I don't really care for the hooks. I want something a little bit lighter wire. Matter of fact, I really like the ST35 owner or those decoy trebles. Really nice sticky light wire on them. So look here. Look at the price on this thing. $9.99 and then up above $12.99. Why is the OG Slim Tiny 4 $9 and a DT8 $12.99? Something's wrong there. Something's definitely wrong. But I like that small square bill. It's not square port, round bill, flat side. I think $9. I can pay that. That's a pretty good. They're really good baits. By the way, it is hot up in here. Hot. Be looking like a wet t-shirt contest in here. But thank you guys. Thank you, John. Yes, guys, smash the like button for me. If you want to share the video. Again, we're having a contest after the stream's over tomorrow, sometime this week. Comment what you're most excited about from ICast bait-wise, and give you a chance to win a 6 cents hook packs, $50. Got to be subscribed to the channel to win. By the way, they've given us a tool for creators. I can now look up people. If you win, I can look up and see if you're actually a subscriber or not. So that's funny, Sean. Maybe if my wife gets in here. Remember, we're only just going by what's on the Bassmaster website. But I do like the new OG Slim colors. We got copper green shad, top left, Lucky Craft color. Obviously, that was really popular. A lot of green in there. I would like to see a little bit more pearl up in the shoulders of that bait. Hot copper green shad, which is basically chartreuse. That's a Lake Berkeley color. Classic crawl. The Coosa Special, so that's basically Mark Menendez Pineapple Smash color from Strike King, or looks like they tried to do a little. The Coosa Special looks a little bit like that guy right there, just a little bit. Great perch looking color. It says Coosa Special, but man, that's a great northern color. And then the Brim color, that's a throwback to a Zoom color from Ed Chambers. So getting some really bright chartreuse colors, and that's one thing I think the original OG Slims lacked. They didn't have any real chartreuses, so I like that. I would like to see a citrus, chartreuse and blue or parrot in that flat side. But if you're a guy that lives up north, brim, yellow perch guys, I think you'll really like these. I like that OG Slim, but what were they thinking with the hardware on these things? Hooks are okay. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I think the hooks, they could have went a different direction, needed more of a thinner wire. Don't like the split rings. Event 7, thank you for the $20 make you holler. You got to get an OnlyFans trucker hat. Oh, yes. Guys, if you didn't know, I dropped some new merch. And let's see if I can get a picture of it here. On a t-shirt. Might be on my phone. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I dropped some new merch. It's kind of funny. See if you can see this on my phone. Got the new OnlyFans edition of... let me go over to my big screen real quick. The OnlyFans edition Baitman shirt. So now, if you don't have to subscribe every month. You can go to my store, grab the OnlyFans shirt. It's a parody of OnlyFans, but here on the Baitman channel, we're OnlyFans. We're only talking about fish. So I thought it was pretty funny. I was actually at work and got really bored and thought it'd be a good idea. Let's crank this light up a little bit. Whoa. All right. Woo. Hot in here. But thank you again, Vince, for that $20. Make you holla. But you can check the link in my description. The Jank shirt's on there, Baitman shirt, and now only Fins edition. I didn't forget the ladies. I've ordered some stuff. I think it will sell on TikTok. Let's see. I hope you sell so many OnlyFans shirts that OnlyFans sends a cease and desist. Dude, I would love it. I would love if I could sell that many shirts. I'm going to come out with a new shirt every month. And it's going to be a parody. It's going to be something funny. Whether I sell 1 or 100, it doesn't matter. I really don't have to have any money in those t-shirts when they're doing print to ship. So, but I am going to try to work with Casey from 6 Cents and get a official Janks trucker hat. That would probably be I love these hats from 6 Cents. I don't really trust anybody else, so I'm going to talk to Casey and say, yo, make a Janks hat. You go make a bunch of money on it. Throw me like $1 or $2 a hat, and we're good. No glow. Glow went away, didn't it? Got the light right tonight. I think a lot of the lighting has to do with what shirt I'm wearing. Are the Baitman shirts for sale on YouTube legit? Yes. All those, Sean, those, I design all those. They're legit. Like, I don't ship them from my house. So, I work with Spreadshirt. Basically, I make the designs. They take on all the shipping and printing the shirt. And they send me a cut of each sale. So it is legit. It's not like someone on YouTube's just making goofy shirts. Yes, I design those. I don't have I would love to take on the inventory. But, man, I'm just going to be honest. The reason I did that is to see how many I'm actually selling. And I really don't sell that many shirts. I might sell 2 a month or something like that. So I was like, man, there's no way to risk $200, $300, $500, $600, $1,000 in t-shirts, and then I'm sitting on them. Then I have to find a third world country to donate them to. But maybe that's also the reason I don't sell as many. All right, let's keep going here on the stream. Gotta swap back over. Let's see what else we got at ICast here. The Skidder V colors. All you need is bone. They've got 3 different bones. You just need one. I've never thrown the Skidder V. Looks cool. I think this is actually a really popular saltwater bait. So I would say, honestly, I just throw a regular spook or a shower blow. So I'm going to pass on the Skidder V. A mid-sized brat. Wouldn't you know, another bait that we're just going to add another size to. Brat's a good bait. Man, I think Rapala's prices are way up. $10.99 on that guy. So you got a small brat and you got a big brat. I've thrown both. I'm sure the mid brat be okay. The Rebel P71. So you guys heard me have talked about the P70. Obviously, I know some guys that bought these. They say they work pretty good. As good as the originals, I don't know. Nathan, if I had a half-ounce War Eagle and bone chartreuse, I'd do it. Never still. What happened on your shirt, Rick? I don't know what you're talking about. You'll have to message me. Because I'm very forgetful. Yeah, everybody that's ordered some apparel has always said their stuff's pretty good. A lot of it's on me to make sure I design in high DPI so it doesn't lose a lot of, gets fuzzy. Oh yeah, I got to get the Bait Hub shirt. I forgot to put the Bait Hub back up. I need to do that. Don G says the P71 is legit, so it's on the Bassmaster front page, Thomas. You just got to scroll way down. The Magnum P70s, is that a bigger P71? I don't know. I think that's the same thing as the P71. I could be wrong. But yes, absolutely, I would buy the P71. Tackle Warehouse has them on their website. Here's one that's on Tackle Warehouse right now. I'll link what you can buy. Is the Spro Walker. So this kind of looks like, if I can grab one here. Let's get one of these baits and tell you what this thing looks like. This is an injected lunker punker from Black Dog. If you guys see this bait in my hand, I think the Spro Walker looks similar. If you look the nose of the baits, let's turn it this way. Now we can really see the difference. If y'all look on this Black Dog, this is the injected punker. This is only like a $20 bait. But kind of that similar biggish body. Not as close as I thought, to be honest with you. I think there's more bow in the Spro's back. There's a lot more bow here. This is a big bait too. But those are available, and my man Matt Pangrak's already been catching fish on it. He says it's pretty good bait. I trust Pangrak. He's got to catch it. We just need to get Matt to catch him a few checks. Oh. But that's a nice alternate to like that. Yeah, the Spro has a cupped mouth. So to answer my question on the Chad Shad, I don't think it's a hype bait. It's obviously won a bunch of money. I haven't fished it yet. I just haven't had the opportunity. I threw it around in my pool. It's a really good bait if you want a short, choppy action. That walk, just kind of go back and forth really quick. There's a new Chad Shad coming out. It's going to have a really wide glide. I've already seen the videos on Facebook. It's definitely going to be one in a rotation. It's kind of like a short, choppy, burning kind of bait. It's a high floater. I like it. I really like the paperweight too. Yeah, man. I think Spro makes really good baits. It's hard to QC a frog though. That's the thing, because there's so many different variables, whether they can rip or tear up or the legs fall out. You're going to run into bad batches every now and then. But yeah, I'll link the stuff like I think all the P71s are sold out on Tackle Warehouse, but I will definitely link what I can that is available. Original deep. So now we got an original deep wigglewort. If you're a wigglewort fan, then I guess maybe. We all know most guys want the old ones. Sounds like really they're re-releasing the Magnum wigglewort. I'm going to pass on that, to be honest with you. I think Spro Rock Crawler does as good a job as the deep wigglewort. Now let's look at soft baits. Man, that bait looks really familiar right there. Into the soft baits. The Berkeley Gulp Grub. It's a grub. I don't know if it's worthy for ICast. That's just a grub. Dude, I'm going to be honest, Matthew. Spro Frog has been around for so long. It's a really good frog. Some of them are going to leak. I think they got a good thing going. There's a lot of people that use the Spro Frog. It's pretty much a go-to. Now, going to be honest, does that mean everything's perfect? No. I give it a 1.5 boots at ICast. Rick, I don't have the t-shirts on hand, so that's the thing. I'm using a company that I don't know where they're at. I've had a lot of people message me on Instagram. I want a t-shirt. I want a t-shirt. And I'm like, okay, here's the link. And they're like, oh, I just want you to give me one. And I'm not saying you are. And I'm like, I can't. I would love to give people t-shirts, but I don't have the stock. You have to buy them on there. And actually, for me to get them, I have to buy them as well. So I actually bought some the other day. Should be here. What's up, Fishing the Southeast? So The gulp grub, yeah, that's nothing to get excited about. The Megabass sleeper crawl. Okay. Now, this is kind of their play on the dark sleeper. Looks pretty cool. It's going to be more expensive than a dark sleeper. Available spring 22. So probably don't even look for this thing till about April next year. It's a fully rigged with a hidden hook and the kind of uncompromising design and action anglers have to come expect from Megabass. Pretty cool. Going to be honest. I think the Tackle HD crawl looks better. I mean, I know it's not Megabass, but you're going to pay $8.99 and get one of these. I think the Tackle HD crawls are $12.99 and you get a pack of like 5. And they get their own unique little football head. It definitely looks cool. I'll give it that. I really like the looks on this thing. This is probably not my most favorite Megabass release. Yeah, Spro Hunter's a good bait, man. I like Max Scent quite a bit. So, Megabass Slipper Crawl, I'm going to go pass. Some people aren't going to like that. I'm going to go pass on that. I think there's some better options out there. Remember the old Madman crawls? It's really weird how that stuff didn't really sell real well. And now all of a sudden it's making its comeback like, hey, I hope you guys forgot about all this stuff we made that really kind of sucked 20 years ago. We're going to bring it back out with some new marketing and just forget about all that stuff. I'm sure to be a good bait. I think there's better options out there. This is the new Missile Baits Mini D Chunk, which is actually named after Byron. His high school nickname is Mini D. Obviously, I love Missile Baits. I like John Cruz. Got a little flange on there. Yeah, I would definitely try it out. I don't know if that'd be my go-to chunk. I like just using a D-bomb myself. But if Byron's going to get a royalty for the Mini D, then I'll buy some. I think you're safe on buying this. And those will be available. Yes, River to Sea has a standing yabby or something like that. I'm not sure. I love Megabass, but I feel that's a little gimmicky. I like the D-Chunk. And I like Missile Baits, man. Good people are there. Byron, John Cruz. That's one thing about Missile. They really don't have anything that I just don't like. Some stuff I may not throw, but they just don't have any baits that I'm just like. Maybe one. I don't like the Tomahawk dual tail worm. That's just me. But they don't have anything I consider junk. All right, Crazy Legs Chigger Crawl. This bait was released a few years ago and got discontinued. Bringing it back out. Hey, let's bring some more shit back out that don't sell. Thanks, Berkeley. Power Bait Max Scent General. They already make this worm. Let's see what they're doing. An all new material. Power Bait Max Scent General. I've got some Iconelli General worms up here. I actually really like the General. It's probably one of my top 3 Cinco style baits. Now here's the one everybody's really effing mad at. This is the Power Bait Gilly. So if you get on Instagram, Mike Iconelli's rigging this thing up like every day. He's Texas rigging it. He's swim bait rigging it. He's drop shotting. He's whatever. But there is a lot of guys that there's another company overseas in Japan. Somebody can drop it here in the chat that makes a bait that's basically this bait. And then you have the Lunker Hunt kind of jointed soft plastic swim bait. I'm not sold on this bait. I think it's would be cool in certain applications, but I love the little creeper the little creeper gill. I don't see any kind of weedless hook slot up here. That's just me. My opinion is they see how popular the Bellows gill is and everything. I'm going to pass on this bait. I feel like the Bellows Gill, the Depths Bull Flat. There's some other companies in Japan that, yeah, Strike King Shell Cracker. That's a good one. That bait's been out for a long time. Megabass is coming out with the Sleeper Gill also in Japan only. Huh. What is the site to look at these? This is the Bassmaster website. It's on the front page. But OSP makes a really good gill profile soft bait. And I feel like this is Berkeley's play into, hey, let's try to get into that soft plastic bluegill deal. If you remember, Big Bite Baits had the Warmouse several years ago. It kind of, I mean, they're okay, but they never really took off. And I'll definitely buy some, but I'm going to feel like this is going to be a pass for me. The pros are really pumping this out. You know, that's their job. I get it. I want to see results first. Want to see results. So here's the power. Now this is going to get me torn up here. Hey guys, it's me. I'm the Agent E. You may have seen me before. I'm the Megabass Dark Sleeper, but somebody cut my fin off and gave me a weed guard. Yeah. So here's this is what's funny. The Agent E is a bottom-dwelling, flat-bottom swim bait with a low center of gravity and internal weight that allows it to skid across the bottom. The integrated fluorocarbon hook keeper is invisible to fish and sheds debris while remaining easily collapsible. Going to have 3 sizes: 3/8 ounce, half, 3/4, and 1 ounce. Man, does that not sound familiar? Was it designed by Edwin Evers, who used to be on the Megabass Pro staff and also promoted the Dark Sleeper on Wired to Fish and everywhere else? Does that not sound very familiar? Am I missing something? That's the best we could do? But hey, guys, we got it. We gave this bait some really pissed off eyes, so it's going to be okay. It does. It looks like a spot. Somebody put the face of Venom on a swim bait. I'm not a big Dark Sleeper fan. I know some guys have caught it. I miss a lot of fish. I've cut the back end off. Not a big Dark Sleeper fan. I'm kind of like Deebo on this one. I think it's a little bit overrated. But maybe it's because the area I live in, I don't feel like that's just... I feel like smallmouth, spotted bass lakes, Dark Sleeper's a lot better deal. And if I'm going to drag something slow on the bottom, I'll throw a jig. But to be honest with you, I'm going to pass on this because I think number one, Dark Sleeper is going to be cheaper. You can find a Dark Sleeper for like $5.99. It says this thing's going to be $6.99 to $7.99. Available in October. Yeah. Agent E, researched and developed by Edwin Evers, who used to work for Megabass. Nathan, I think where you're talking about Great Lakes, places like that, great. For my fishing, it just doesn't work. Maybe Tactical Bassin is just that much better fisherman than me. And actually, that's probably 1,000% true. Power bait, the Boss Grub. Alright, it's a power bait mini scrub. Enough said. The power bait cash crawl. Now, I'm going to show you something. Matter of fact, we're going to get real close. I'm not going to say they did. I'm not going to say they didn't. My man Philip might know. Because I tried to kind of defend this thing. But man, I'm pretty sure they took a 6-cent stroker crawl and they put some different flanges on it and called it their own bait. Even these little guys right here on the back end, They're like exactly the same. Hell, this color is Nirvana. Yeah. The ribs, they're pretty similar. Actually, what they did was take like the prawn, the body of the prawn, and put different claws. I don't know, man. I think Berkeley kind of bamboozled a few people on this deal. Yeah, pretty much, Billy. They put different flanges on the bottom. They basically took a Rage Menace grub, put the Menace flange on a stroker crawl. Yeah, stroker crawl with Rage Bug pinchers. I bet Philip Jones is pissed because he's probably already designed something similar to this. Berkeley pulling fast ones on you. Preset ICast lineup. If you ask me, they must have taken the year off. Yeah, absolutely. The designers took a year off at Berkeley. Now, I like some Berkeley baits. I love the Power Worm. I love the General, Maxent General. But I guess it's not really a copy or a rip-off. They really took two baits and made one. Whatever. Now, Philip takes it in stride, more flatter than anything. If a company like Berkeley is taking the design from 6 Cents or a smaller company, it actually, I tell you what they did. They took a stroker crawl and bandito bug, and they merged it and said, you know what, we're just going to take everything that's popular on YouTube and we're going to make one bait out of it. So, you've seen Baitman's good night. Man, I really don't want to pay $70. There you go. Luna, Prawn, and Z-Craw. Yeah, man. And let's be honest, I doubt Berkeley's just trying to legitimately copy someone, but there's a lot of imitation, and not everything that looks like something's a copy. Look, every company has a bait that's a play off of Sweet Beaver. Period. And I think if you're a soft plastic company and you're popular, whether you're Missile Baits D-Bomb or, Berkeley has the Creature Hog, 6 Cents Prawn, Big Bite has the Yo Bomb and all that. Those are all based off the Sweet Beaver, the OG, the original, which I love. But everyone's kind of put their own play on it. And that's cool, I get it. And so, you see a lot of imitations or paying homage to baits, and that's fine. But these companies that just straight up rip you off, like Jinko, a few others, and say, yeah, that's our stuff, man, I'm not cool with that. I feel like that is a bandito stroker crawl hybrid. And I agree with Sean Lai. He said there's so many baits out, it's hard to be original. I agree. I think also once people start, and you knew the Dark Sleeper was going to get knocked off, whether it was going to be Berkeley or somebody else, they were going to do it. Shady Banks, good point. Maybe Duckett is... Hey, isn't Berkeley a MLF sponsor? The conspiracy is out there. Is Duckett secretly designing baits for Berkeley for MLF dollars? I think we got something. MLF says, hey, Boyd. Boyd says, you know what? I will design your baits. I got the right guy in China. You sponsor MLF, I'll design your baits. And boom, look what we got. A bunch of knockoffs. Hunter Nixon, that's hilarious. Jeremy Pruitt went from embarrassing football coach to lead designer for Berkeley. They should call that bait the Pruitt bug. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking risks. I will agree with you there, Sean. And that's not saying everything. Some people have this conception. It's made in Japan. It's better. I think that's false. I don't think everything made in Japan is better. But what I think, where you're correct, is they do a whole lot of different stuff. They're not afraid to try anything. They'll release a lot of different stuff and get those 1 or 2 hits. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff we never see over here that the shelf life is less than a month in Japan. So, who got Trait fired up on Instagram today? I don't know. Trait gets fired up a lot. Nothing against her. I think Trait's cool. I'd love to get her on the show, but she gets fired up quite a bit. He ain't designing anything, just throwing a new name on. Yep. You're right. If we've had some JDM 6 Cents baits, $10.99 a pack, people wouldn't even ask questions. Oh shit, This is Japan design 6 cents bait. It's good. $25. Yeah, Trait's really cool. I messed with her on Twitter the other day. I don't talk to her a whole lot, but she seems really cool. I like Chris, obviously. It wouldn't hurt my feelings for Zaldane to win. I think he's a good dude. I'm pulling for Lee Livesey because it'd be cool to see him win 2 blue trophies in 1 year. And maybe we could get Chris and Trait on the show. That would be kind of cool. Philip, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you ain't got a Philip, he designs the stuff for 6 cents. Great guy. I get over his Bama, even though he's a Bama fan. Philip, me and the subscribers are going to get really mad if the flat 55X isn't done by this fall. I'm just saying, it's flat 55 or bust by this fall, buddy. We've been working on this a year. We got to get this thing right. All right, let's keep going here. So that's the crash crawl. You know what? I'll get a bait. We'll compare them. That is a Bandito banged a stroker crawl right there. It's actually a Bandito banged a prawn, I believe. I'm not afraid to call you up. Berkeley, if you have a problem, hit me up in my DMs. This is the Spro Pintail Minnow. Oh. Powerbait Crash Crawl, Spro Pintail Minnow. So Spro getting into the soft plastic games. I'm sure that was poured by Big Bot Bait. So that's cool. Looks like a little drop shot, kind of like an old fluke. This would actually be a really good Demiki bait. Spro Pintail stick. Very similar to some old JDM stuff. Some JDM plastics. The Spro Flappin' Frog. Okay, so this is like their version of the snag proof frog. There's a snag proof like a paddle tail frog. What do we think, guys? What do we think about that Flappin' Frog? What's the name of that? There's a new one. I saw some of the Monster Bass guys promoting. Philip says fall. Let's try to get it. Let's, Philip, I'm telling you, if I can have that thing, at least by the spring, I need that flat 55 big time. You better be in the office, too. I got really disappointed in that. I come to the 6 cents office this spring. I look for Philip. Oh, he's on vacation. What? I do like this Spro. I think that's a cool idea. I like that color, that very natural green, man. That's kind of an OG frog color. Really like that. And Snag Proof has a frog. I forgot the name of it. It's on Tackle Warehouse. They're hard to get right now. Will the flaps get bitten off? I don't know. I like nibbling on the flaps a little bit. I think the bass like nibbling on that. Anthony, what's the name of that Scum Frog one? I really like Scum Frog. Yes, Scum Frog, Swimming Frog, man. By the way, the new Scum Frog, or not Scum Frog, Snag Proof, the Ish's Fat Frog. I had a buddy who had one the other day. The new ones, oh man, they're awesome. Awesome. All right, the Do All Dinger Kit. Whatever. Jump dingers, they work. The Christie Classics, Jason Christie's top used baits. Yeah, I guess. I don't see, this is the stuff that I'm like, why does this need an ICast release? Spend $150, $200 on Instagram and run you some ads. I think it'd just be more efficient. This is stuff you pick up at Walmart. Like if I go into a pro shop and they're selling dinger kits, I'm going to assume that most of their customers fishing farm ponds. If I go into a pro shop like a Scottsboro Tackle or Mike's Tackle World or any of these great legendary shops, I don't want to see a Yum Dinger kit. I'll find that at Walmart. Let's see. I did not realize the dark sleeper crawl had been out in Japan for a couple years, so I apologize. I'm sorry. I did not know, but this right here, that's Walmart stuff. Put that Walmart cast, which I'm just glad they put the real Jason Christie in there. All right. The Z-Man Hercules swim bait. Yeah, I don't know about that. What kind of reminds me of the old Berkeley power cranks, where you kind of got a hard and soft, or an old one of the Castaic stuff. It's like the hard head with the soft tails. And it may be all soft all the way. I don't know about it. I'm not a big fan of I'm not a big Elastec swim bait guy. I like their flukes, but I'm passing on that. I think that hook is really big for the bait. Z-Man Helicross. Hopefully Megabass is going to get a hella endorsement off this thing. Yeah, don't get your electronics wired from shop selling the Yum Dinger kit. That would be like me going to Dairy Queen for some tacos. Let's see here. I do like the design of this Helicross. I'm not a huge fan of Z-Man plastics. I do like the Razor Shad, and I do like their Ned baits, obviously. A good one is the Magnum, not the Tricks, the Mag Fatty Z is a really good Nico bait. The problem is really hard to get a Nico weight in there. You got to use, see, that's the thing about Z-Man plastics. You got to use specialty hooks and weights and stuff. Makes it really tough. This got a very similar profile, kind of like a Stroker Crawl, or man, this really reminds me of like a fat Rage Crawl. You got the Rage type flanges here. Basically, if you took, I got it. That is the 375 Helicrawl Spicy Beaver. It's very similar to a Spicy Beaver or a Structure Bug, and you pulled all the appendages out. But I kind of think they got their own little unique design going there. I'm looking at some questions. Yeah, I don't know if Rich designed this or not. If he did, they're going to have to send him some money. So that is the Helicrawl. Actually, if you're a Z-Man plastic guy, that's a pretty good looking bait. Z-Man Turbo Fatties. So this is going to be probably a good bait for guys. Swimming worms, they're awesome. Obviously Zooms, Rage Crawl Cutter Worm. I'd love to see a swim worm from 6 cents. Here you go, Philip. Philip, you listening? A 6 cent swimming worm. Let's get a cool tail. That's great for my Florida guys, my Seminole guys, even the Kentucky Lake guys up shallow, man. Swimming a worm's really cool. So I like this Fat Turbo Z. Like that. I'm probably going to buy a pack. It's going to float, obviously. So it says the salt impregnation, the main body adds strike appeal and adds extra density. So more salt in that's going to let that thing sink a little bit better. You know what's really cool? If that floats, you could probably throw it weightless and really over the top of grass. Oh man, that'd be really, really cool. I like the Turbo Fatty Z. Oh, new subscriber up in here, Central Valley Adventures. Thank you so much. Just came across your live. I picked your channel up. Thank you, Central Valley Adventures. Glad you hit the subscribe button. We try to do this every Saturday night. Sometimes, depending on my work, we'll stream again. So, and we're going to try to upload some more videos. There's a chance, I was told today, listen to this, guys, I was told today, may not have to work tomorrow night. Got to go to work to find out. So, there's a chance you may see Baitman Palm up there about 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow night as well. So, we'll just get ramble on, make fun of some Googans or something. Alright, into the rods. It's really hard to judge rods and reels up here. Oh, we get another subscriber up here, Paul, Thoborn Outdoors. Hey, Paul, thanks again for coming up into the live stream, hitting that subscribe button for me. Dude, Gambler Burger Worm's a great worm. Bait Jr., my favorite, cool as all get out. Dude, Bait Jr., he's at his buddy's house tonight, so. I'm watching Bait Girl up on the phone here. She's just watching YouTube. Just killed out watching YouTube. Yeah, I tell you what is good is take a speed worm and cut the butt end of it, put it on a swim jig. Dude, UV speed worm, the end on a swim jig is really good looking. It's one of the first trailers I'd use on a swim jig. The Big Bopper, yes, Brandon, I think they still make the Big Bopper. I don't know if they make the Big Thumper. All right, let's go into rods and reels quickly. 13 fishing reel pass. Veritas spinning combo. Yeah, Veritas is a really good beginner combo. I'm just going to throw that out there. Holy smokes, $285 pass. Throwback 100 anniversary round reel. I would probably buy this just because of it's a 100-year anniversary. Probably wouldn't fish with that. But it'd be something cool for a collector. Looks good. Max Pro, probably good beginner reel. What is this thing? Fitzgerald FX8. That's actually got a pretty cool profile. I'm sure that's a Doyo reel. Pretty cool profile. I like Trevor Fitzgerald. Those Fitzgerald mini jigs, tungsten jigs, are legit. And they're flipping jig. Lose Pro LFS. The LFS is an awesome reel. Oh, this is a redesigned BB1 Pro. Okay. Not going to make it in a 5-to-1 for deep crankbait. That's nice. It's the only reason I like the BB1 Pros. A kick in their bass casting combo. Now, I'm going to say this very nicely. I've met Noah. I think he's a great kid. He's a hustler. I'm going to pass. That is the worst green I have ever seen in my life. Like, that is 100%. Let's target some YouTube kids with this. And the worst thing is, it's coming out at ICast. And like a week or two on Instagram, he said, I'm finally getting to test my new rods and reels. You mean you designed a rod and reel and you never even tested them? What? Come on, man. Kicking and passing on that one. However, I'm sure his followers are going to eat them all up. Definitely appealing to that 18 years or younger crowd. And that's okay. Nothing wrong. We got to have kids fishing, man. Lose Signature Series rods. I like these. I've got to play with one already. I'm sure you guys know whose it was. I really like that Zona's going to have a rod. They're really nice. Good looking sleek finish on these right here. Good price at $179 to $189. 13 fishing Black Envy 3. Because if it didn't work 3 other times, let's put a higher $315. If it didn't work the last 3 times, let's just 2 times. We'll make it again for a 3rd time and then jack the price up. I am not paying $315 for a 13 fishing rod. I'm sorry. Fishing the Southeast, I don't know. I'd love to see 6 Cents come out with the swimming worm. What do you guys think? Yes, Matt. I think he can bass nose his target audience. He's a nice kid, good dude. He definitely does it for the view. So he's got a totally different channel than this. Let's just put it out this way. I agree with you, Brandon. Problem is, if you have 50 colors and deep cranks, and it gets crazy with the skews. Yeah, that definitely looks like a GLX kind of style handle, but I've never been a fan of the Envy rods. I hear, and I'm going to tell you this, I'm not bashing 13 fishing, but remember, I come from a retail background and sold lots of tackle, lots of rods, lots of reels. And one of the most returned rods out there was 13 fishing and number 8. Remember number 8? Yeah, that didn't last very long. But I think the rods are nice. The ones I've used are sensitive and all that, but they always feel a little bit heavy. And, man, lots of breaks. Lots of rod breaks. And I don't mean like fished it for 9 months, slammed it in my tailgate. I mean guys were buying them and then bringing them back 2-3 days later. Not just random guys. I mean guys that I'm like, man, that guy's never brought a rod back. I've known him for all my life. He's not a guy that breaks a lot of rods. And maybe they're better, but I feel like the Envy used to be a $200 rod, and if they're not working, why would you? I guess they're a lot better at marking than me. So new Veritas. I like the Veritas. People can hate all they want, but I think for $100, a guy that's just getting into bass fishing don't want to spend a lot of money. Veritas is a good rod. They got lots of different actions too. They actually make a really good deep crankbait rod. Denali Android rod. I like Denali rods. Whew, that thing is silver. That looks like a Tatula Elite. Let's just be honest. That looks like a Tatula Elite. $400. It does have titanium guides and an EVA exposed blank reel seat. 2 spinning and 4 casting model. $400 for Denali rod. Wow. Bayou, I've actually had some all white rods. Never a Duckett. I had some custom rods make. I actually didn't mind them a bit too bad. I know this sounds really silly, and maybe it was just me, but I had one that was a good worm rod, and I felt like I saw the tip a lot better with it being the rod being white versus graphite. I feel like I could always catch it out of the corner of my eye just a little bit better. Dude, it's just Frog Rod is legit, man. I need to find one. They're expensive. I love Tatula Elites. Like, one day I'll do my rod setup, but I'm sure y'all have seen I own quite a bit of Tatula Elite rods, but man, they're hard to get right now. Sneaky Dival rod, if you guys are ever looking, is a Kronos. This is a Fitzgerald all-purpose. I like that Fitzgerald can put a little cork on there. I actually like Trevor's rods pretty good. They were a little heavy when they first come out, but I like them pretty good. $189 price point. All right, let's see what we got here. The MEGABASS Treza. I'll tell you guys right now, I've never owned a MEGABASS rod. I feel like a lot of them are really hype. Like I was going to buy one day when a local store here carried them, and the rod I wanted just felt way too heavy. And I was like, there's no way this is a worm rod. It's just way too heavy. Yep. I use that Takahiro pitching flipping rod for dragging football jigs. It doesn't have AGS guides, but it's really... I actually use it for a frog too. But Ike says Tatula means you can't afford this. Yeah, that's why Ike and Ellie's reel is more expensive than a Tatula. Ike's been in the tin cup a little bit too much, which I like Ike. I'd love to get him on the stream. Just don't... reached out, don't ever get a response, so it's all good. All good. I really like Ike and what he does. I think Phoenix makes a really good rod no one talks about, but MEGABASS got a new rod. Here's another MEGABASS rod. Obviously a traveling rod. You can't say nothing bad about MEGABASS rods. They're fanboys. They're almost as bad as 6 Gil. Whew. St. Croix Bass X, adding some new stuff on there. Victory. Okay. Let's see, any new line, anything worth a crap here. Versa 4X, man, there's a lot of stuff. Ooh, new Cigar. Basics fluorocarbon. So a price point cigar line. Wow. Might have to look at this. I'm going to be honest with you. I know my boy Mark is sponsored by Cigar. Man, I break the shit out of it all the time. Every time I bought Cigar, except Red Label. I've had more luck out of Red Label Cigar than Invisex, Brazex, or any of that other stuff. Don't ever own a MEGABASS rod. Hype. Matt, this is not Red Label. This is Basic Label. That's what this says. Maybe this is rejected Red Label. How sweet of them to even put their social media logos on the spool. Because I can't wait to get out there and spoil my line and go, shit, I better click at you. I better follow them on YouTube. Dude, Phoenix M1's good stuff. My battery's about to go, so looky here. Tactics. Braid and floral kit. Oh, wow. So you're going to get 50-pound braid and a 20-pound floral leader. So I guess if I get 20-pound braid, I get a 10-pound leader. $16.99 for this. Huh. Well, why would you do that? Why would you bundle it? Why wouldn't you just want someone to buy a full spool of braid, then buy a full spool of leader material? This is a braid, a perfect choice for everyday anglers. Tactics is engineered to maintain its perfectly round shape and stay firm. I like it when they stay round and firm, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. It packs tightly on the reel with that cutting itself to help, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so maybe you don't get the floral with it. I don't know. It's weird. We got Spro Bronze Eye Braid. Okay. Suffix Advance. My battery's about to die on my laptop. Guys, if you want me to keep going through the line, I will. Just give me a thumbs up in here if you want me to keep going through the line. Because I like this stuff. Let's see how terrible we can get with fishing line. Let me go get my charger. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Lost the viewers. Oh no, we lost the viewers. Alright. Alright, just so you guys, if anybody new to the stream, by the way, after this video gets done uploading to YouTube, so late tonight, sometime tomorrow, remind me tomorrow, you can win this 6 cents hook pack, $50 value. You just comment on the video after the stream that, after the stream, comment what you're looking forward to most from anything you saw in this video at ICast, good, bad, or ugly. And you can win this. I'll draw next weekend, so you got all week to enter this contest. Alright, so back to what we're talking about. The Suffix Advance Fluorocarbon. What is this? Suffix Advance Fluorocarbon Leader. I like Suffix line, alright. Alright, Sunline Fluorocarbon Leader. So I have some Sunline Assassin leader I've been using. I really like it for my Nico rigs and drop shots. This is Mabarashi way too complicated for West Kentucky Baitman, but I like this. 5-meter colors to blend in better with the ambient environment. The color changes every 6 inches with repeating colors of moss green, green, gray, clear, red, brown. Available in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 50-yard spools. Now that is something I will probably pick up. I'm a Sunline guy, and I kind of like that. I will agree with you there, Rick. I would like to try that Sunline. How about Sunline backing line? They're saying, hey, throw away all your old line and just buy our old line for backing line. Pass on that. All right, terminal tackle. Let's see what we got new in the terminal. Gamakatsu G-Power Heavy Cover Flip and Punch. Dude, I love the Gamakatsu G-Finesse flipping hooks. They're really expensive. And this is a heavy cover one. $10, almost $11 a pack. Wow. I would probably try them out though. I like their Gamakatsu's flipping hook. Especially the G-Finesse. Alright, the Berkeley Power Baits Football Jig. Power bait football jig. A lot of guys say they're really interested in this, which is kind of crazy. So I guess they're infusing power. It says power bait scent infused into the skirt. Well, you know what you can do. You get after you get done making your jig, all you do is take some Gambler Bang and spray your jig down. And that skirts really hold that. Or you can use whatever jig you want to and just use a scented trailer. So I don't know if that's a game changer or not. I feel that's a little gimmicky. Well, here's the thing. I know it's a November release, Thomas. If they're made in America, Cast Industries, who pours a lot of stuff for people, they're way behind. There's actually a national lead and aluminum shortage going on. For my work, it is really tough to get aluminum. And there's a lot of hooks are getting hard to get, swivels, all kinds of stuff. It's really affecting. Matter of fact, I was talking to Mike Buca today. I don't think he'd mind me saying, because I've heard the same thing. He says he is trying to stockpile hooks and split rings because they're so hard to get. When you get them, you better get them all. You're right, Michael. We can't question science. Didn't we learn anything from Dr. Fauci? It's in the science, guys. Coming from a guy who had COVID, I'm telling you, a virus is going to spread. Berkeley Powerbait Swim Jig. Kind of looks like a dirty jig. I do like the skirt. Skirt's not bad there. Again, it's better. $4.99 Powerbait infused in the skirt. And now we got a Powerbait flipping jig. Man, does that not look like a War Eagle flipping jig if I've ever seen it. It looks just a straight up heavy archy head. But we got that Powerbait fused in, guys. Those jigs are going to be better. Man, Fluke Master's all over my screen. What's up, Gene? What's up, buddy? We need to go fishing again. Let's see here. Big Bite Baits, Pendulate Jig Head. 90 degrees. Got a sickle style Gamakatsu hook in there. Definitely kind of going to be something if you're wanting finesse swim baits or Demiki rig. Demiki rig guys probably really like this. Looks like that VMC Moon Eye head. The Booyah Mobster Swim Jig. I'm not going to lie. I think that looks like trash. I think that was a swivel on the head. Yeah, it looks like a Hoppy's jig. Yes, so I'm thinking, let's see, it is got a swivel molded into the head. You're correct, Luna. My man, Matt Luna, tackle nut. I want to give Matt Luna a shout out real quick. I've been watching his videos. Luna, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna Duckett your lighting. I love the ambient background colors. You pop off the screen. I'm gonna Duckett that the most redneck way I can. That will be an upgrade to the bait room. The Mobster Swim Jig could be one of those baits that looks like it just looks simple, but could be really good. As someone said in the chat, I think Chris Jones designed this, and he's a hammer in Texas and Arkansas. So there's got to be a reason he wanted this design. He's an amazing fisherman. So this is going to be one that it doesn't look really good, but it catches. That's a video we need to make. Baits that look like trash but catch their ass. What's up, Jonah? Would you buy a lot of colors if you wanted, if you ain't tried them? Actually, what I like to do, Jonah, when I find baits, like new baits and stuff, I buy proven colors that I know work. So I can't ever have the excuse, well, I guess the color was bad. You know, if someone comes out with a big worm and it's got plum, I buy plum. I don't buy a crazy color. But so if I catch them on plum, then I'll be like, yeah, I'll go back and buy a couple of these other colors. It does live in Missouri outdoors. Not a lot of people have heard of that one. What's up, Greg? Good for you to join. I got you, Jay. Like that info. See, I love it when people drop that knowledge up in the chat. I love chat knowledge. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Now, this is what I'm talking about, baby. I'm actually really excited about this. I love the G-Finesse hooks. Now you can get the G-Finesse feathered treble. And this is the MH, so it's a medium grade wire. Yeah, I like that, man. Usually they come in a 6-pack, so $12 for that isn't bad. G-Finesse Cover Nico. Okay, so they've got... Oh, so what they've done is they got a Nico hook with a keeper on it, which is kind of cool. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly this is going to work. I'm kind of confused why you need a hook keeper on a Nico rig, but I do like the idea of that swivel there. So when you tie your line, you get out line twist. That does happen on a Nico rig quite a bit. Gamakatsu spring lock spinner. So basically here's your owner Beast Flashy competition. I'm an owner guy, man. It's going to be really hard for me to get away from. But at that price, they're saying $4 to $5 a pack. That wouldn't be bad. It depends on how many come in a pack. This is nice for you finesse swim bait guys. A round ball with 2 wire keepers. This is very similar. Picasso makes something very similar to this right here. I just got a frog that come in the bait room. Got a frog in the bait room. I really like this for your small swim baits. I think it looks a chicken rig Nico hook. There you go. I wish Six would sell the KVD feathered trebles they offer on their baits. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. A soft plastic chemical compound factory caught fire, and every soft bait company needs the chemical to make the baits, and you will see soft bait. Yes, I have heard that as well, fishing the southeast. That's really what's affecting Zoom right now. Jonah, I am losing weight down. Man, I'm down to like $172. I'd like to get down to 160, and I think I'd call it a day. I'm actually probably going to start hitting the weights a little bit, get toned up. These guns right here, man, they're old. Yeah, that would be a good hula grub head. I like that. I will buy some of those. Even though I'm pouring my own with Do It molds, I like that little keeper there. I like that weed guard. I bet you it'd be hard to slip a skirt over there, but we could try. Gamakatsu underspin head. To put the eye, it looks like it's upside down. Basically, I think you just buy the Divine swim bait, Divine underspin. Pass on that one. What we got here? The tungsten wobblehead. That's a good idea. I like that. Like that. It's got the weight up on the head so you can throw them in your box, and when you pull one out, you know exactly what it is. Wobbleheads are a bait that I don't throw a lot, but my man Darius makes his own wobbleheads, and he freaking slays on them. I won't tell you, Darius has got a little secret trick on a wobblehead. I'm not going to put it out there, but he catches a lot of fish on Kentucky Lake using a specific little bait on that right there. That would be good for those 3-3 Kitex, Don. Hey, thank you, Jonah. Going to close on this thing Friday. I've got to build a gate around my pool that I haven't even got running yet. So, Matt, I've got to figure out. I always end up passing up a wobblehead, and I shouldn't. And I've caught a lot of fish on them, but I've caught most of my wobblehead fish in pre-spawn, and I know a lot of guys use them post-spawn. But all right, we got just a little bit more to cover here. I'm not going to do clothing. We got some more Gamakatsu tungsten flipper weights. Tungsten's tungsten. I mean, I just buy mine from 6 cents or wherever. Oh, new subscriber up here, Anthony Thompson. Thank you, Anthony, for joining in and subscribing to the channel this Saturday night. I do agree, Jay. I do wish a lot of people would put the size of their tungsten on there, because when you get to like 5/16 and quarters and 3/16 and the small stuff, I really get confused. I mean, I look at one and say, man, that's ½ ounce, you know. Let's see here. The G-Shield tungsten flipping worm weight. That's odd. That looks like a cone you put on your dog to keep it from scratching for fleas. Holy smokes, $13.50 to $17. Yeah, I don't flip that much for owning it. We got another new subscriber up in here. Matthew Ace Vito, hooked and subscribed. Matthew, thanks again for joining in, subscribing to the channel tonight. I appreciate it. If you're new here, we do this about every Saturday night from now out. And again, leave a comment after the video, new subscribers. Get into the 6 cents hook giveaway. A booby. The punch weight. I hear that if you order these, you get some mini bras for these weight. Holy smokes, at the price of these though. $12 to $20 for a pack. I hope there's like 10 in a pack. What would be funny is instead of them putting the weights, they would put the cup size on those punching weights. Interesting. A lot of stuff from Gamakatsu. New colors in the Akashira head. A lot of people love these heads, especially for finesse swim baits. Again, new colors don't do me anything. I'm going to give y'all a secret on swim bait heads. Plain lead and white's about all you need. Seriously. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Ike's mini swim jig from Missile Baits. That's cool. So basically a finesse style swim jig. I like the dirty jigs. If I'm going to go finesse swim jig, I love a dirty jigs finesse swim jig. I like the Ike's mini swim jigs. His mini flip is a great flipping jig. If you're into some finesse flipping, dude, the Ike's mini flip is about the best out there. So I kind of like the mini swim jig. 3/16, 5/16, and 7/16. And if I know anything about Missile Baits, these will be available after ICast. I mean, immediately. VMC Ned Rig. I don't like VMC hooks. Don't care. Chatterbait Mini Max. Whoop, barking spider. So this is cool. So they make a small chatterbait, micro chatterbait. So this is kind of like a more compact chatterbait. I like that color. My bluegill guys, y'all should really like that color. I like the blade has a cool finish on it too. Dual molded conical keepers. 8 elite skirt color patterns, 1/4 3/8. I'm going to say I probably will grab some of these Mini Max chatterbaits. Pond guys, dude, that would be killers in the ponds. Big blade chatterbait. So this is basically the Brian Thrift deal. If y'all remember on Major League Fishing, he was putting that big blade on his chatterbait. Gives it a big time thump and some different hunting action on it. I like the big blade. I think dirty water is something different. Man, I really like that. Really like that. Obviously in fire crawl. Z-Man football Ned. So not a lot of companies really making a football style Ned head. The storm is about here, guys. I just felt a nice breeze of cold air come to the bait room. So that is definitely something I'd like to pick up. Some football Ned heads. Sorry I'm going fast. Not sure about the Texas finesse heads, and let's see what else. Accessories. Ooh. Aftco backpack. I like that. That's something I would love 6 cents to have, is a 6 cents backpack. I think it would go really good with the all the fans. And not everybody fishes out of a boat. Backpacks are great for pond fishing. They're great as co-anglers because usually you can store them very easy. I like that Aftco. Oh, God. Got a damn beetle. Get out of here, beetle. Damn beetle. Yeah, so the Stealth, man, it's kind of weird. Justin Royal fished it in Texas with me, and he caught a few fish on it when I was throwing the regular one. And I think around grass and really pressured fish, I do like the Stealth, but man, I like that normal jackhammer. It's hard for me to beat that. Yeah, Jonah, are they pretty rough? Because it looks like they're going to be pretty rough. Aftco backpack. Aftco makes great stuff. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. We got the Bubba Sling Pack. So if you don't want a backpack, you can have a man purse tackle bag. Inspired by the movie The Hangover. This is oh yeah, now we're talking 62L duffel. Yeah, that's how many baits I bring to the boat. Y'all have seen that big Bass Mafia duffel bag. The more baits, the better. That's why they call me the Baitman, because all the stuff I bring. So, alright, I'm just going to scroll through some of this stuff really quick. Don't care about ice fishing. Some new G boxes. That's a pretty cool G bag. That looks familiar. Hey guys, you can get them from 6 cents right here. Looks very similar. Oh man, a microfiber towel. Cannot believe that's coming out at ICast. A hybrid duffel backpack. You've also seen this in Dexter. Great place to hide a body. An even bigger one. Or smaller duffel bag. And we're getting this stuff, I don't care. Mega Live. I'd have to do a whole show on Mega Live. Lure Lock roll-ups. Darren Craig endorsed. Some more Plano Edge boxes. I'm not a fan of the Edge, man. Some people are. I just don't feel like I can get that many baits in a box. Another backpack from Plano. Scissors. Rain gear. Pretty cool little terminal box from Sprawl like that. That is, you can dual-sided. That looks like great for the terminal tackle. Split rings and all that. I like that. Do like that. A paddle. TH Marine getting in the canoe business. So it's going to be TH Canoe and Marine. Hopefully Duncan's got one in his Express in case he hits one of them nasty log somewhere on the Tennessee River. We won't want to lose Luke. Hopefully he's got him a paddle. All this stuff here is irrelevant to me. Do it like that. New apparel. You'll probably get to see that AFCO stuff on the tactical channel soon. I don't really like looking at clothing. And yeah, I'm done. I'm done. No more ICast stuff. I'm ICast out. So I'm sure there's going to be some more stuff from ICast that we haven't seen yet. But, you know, to be honest with you guys, I really digging the paddle from TH Marine. That's very innovative. I haven't seen a lot of guys paddle around in their fiberglass boats. I'll expect Randy Blockett to make a video over that. That why paddles should be banned in your bass boats, or why you should be using a paddle instead of your outboard for scanning ledges. So I think those will go over really good. But anyways, storms are coming. My internet's probably going to get knocked out. Man, the lighting looks good. I got some texts I got to respond to. So anyway, guys, it's Saturday night. Thank you so much for joining. Smash the like button for me. I'm going to go make a thumbnail. And yeah, so any questions or anything, make sure you leave it in the comments. I always try to respond. Great question, Devin. I have heard they did, which is unfortunate, but I got a ton of their swim bait heads. So yeah, be sure to watch the video back. Of course, I got to put ads. I got to pay some bills sometimes. Yes, minimum length on the maximum length on the paddle, Billy. You're right. So anyway, guys, thanks again for joining me tonight. Thanks, guys, to the new subscribers that come from Deebo's channels. Maybe you learned something here. Maybe you didn't. But anyway, thanks again. Don't forget the giveaway. And